Hi, you guys. I'm glad you made it back. But if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you to my GMC Do-It-Yourself Repair channel. In my channel here, you'll see I have tons of videos that I'm sure that I have something in here that'll interest you. It doesn't take a lot of experience or knowledge and doesn't take a lot of tools. And one thing for sure, you're going to save tons of money. So before you go to a mechanic or the dealership, click on the upper right-hand corner there and explore my channel. I'm sure I have something in there that's going to save you some money. But before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This really helps my channel. And by the way, hit that bell and leave a comment. And believe it or not, if you leave a comment, I respond back to you. Yeah, I know, I don't have a life, so I have nothing else better to do. Well, in this video, I wanted to talk about something very important about the GMC Yukons and for any other car or trucks. As you know, we take our SUVs out, not just in the parking lots or in our kids' schools, but we'll take our GMC out to the mountains, to the desert, to the beach, and sometimes in the middle of nowhere. One of the things, though, you really need to know is that if you have your thermostat fail, that can be some big problems. If your thermostat fails, your engine will overheat. And if you keep driving it while it's overheating, you could seriously damage your engine. At the very least, you may have to replace your head gaskets, and that's not cheap. Even though I'm in the United States, these GMC Yukons are all over the world. So those of you that are outside the United States, you may want to listen up. There's a new product out that could help you save your engine if it ever overheats and at least get you home. Before we discuss this revolutionary product, let's review the cooling system in our vehicle. Okay, let's start at the water pump. Your water pump's right here. Your water pump takes your antifreeze and pumps it into the engine, as you can see in here. And as it passes through, it cools down the engine because obviously your engine is running, and when it's running, it gets hot. And to cool it down, fluid is pumped through the engine to cool it down. As the fluid is going through, it gets hot in time, correct? Well, that's pumped through into a thermostat. The thermostat here maintains the temperature of the engine. Once it reaches a specific temperature, the thermostat will open and allow water to flow through and to the radiator. Once this hot water comes in, it goes into your radiator and it moves downward, sort of like a waterfall. As the water's moving downward, your fan sucks air through the radiator, which cools your antifreeze down. As it moves downward, of course, it goes back into the water pump, and the cycle starts all over again. It goes from the water pump into your engine, cools the engine down. As the water gets hot, the thermostat opens, and the hot water flows into the top of the radiator, it moves downward, cools down. You have cool radiator fluid coming in back into the water pump, and it just cycles. Well, part of the system also allows hot water flow into your heater core, which is underneath your dashboard. Hot water flows through your heater core and comes back into your water pump. And of course, air flows through your heater core, and that's how hot air is created to warm up your cabin. Now, let's take a closer look at the thermostat. Here's an animation courtesy of Motorrad. What you're seeing is a cross-section of a typical thermostat. If you notice the bottom of the thermostat, it's red, meaning that's the hot water coming out of your engine. And on top of the thermostat is essentially, once the thermostat opens up, it flows through the thermostat to your radiator. Right now, it's in the closed position. Like I said earlier, once the engine is running and reaches its required temperature, the thermostat automatically opens at that temperature, as shown here in the animation. It allows the hot water from the engine to flow through the thermostat into the radiator where the cooling takes place. The thermostat will stay open during normal operations of your vehicle. But if your thermostat fails, it will automatically stay closed, as shown here in the animation. What that does, it prevents the flow from your engine into your radiator, thus causing your engine to overheat. And if quickly not addressed, this will damage your engine. So now what the engineers at Motorrad did was engineer a thermostat that if it failed, rather than failing it in the closed position, it would fail in the open position, thus saving any damage to your engine. In my opinion, this is revolutionary in the thermostat world. Okay, you're probably wondering, okay, big guy, so what's the point you're trying to say? Well, my point is this. Anyone that does YouTube videos on these Yukons, or any mechanic that you know, will tell you how important, number one, a thermostat is to your engine. And if it does fail, it will stop the circulation in your engine, and in a matter of time, it will blow your engine. So, let me ask you this. When was the last time you had your thermostat replaced? Are you going to take the risk in letting it fail while you're in the middle of nowhere? You know, replacing this thermostat is a real easy fix, and the part is less than $30. So if you don't know when the last time your thermostat was replaced, what do you think you want to do next to insure yourself? Is replace your thermostat. When you get your vehicle, you don't know how old that thermostat is, and it's a cheap fix. What I'm proposing here, even though you do change your thermostat, if it does go out in the future, you'll have big problems, especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere, because when the thermostat goes out, it goes out in the closed position. What I'm proposing is to install a fail-safe thermostat. So if it does fail, it'll fail in the open position and there'll be zero to no damage to your vehicle, and you'll be able to get it home and fix it. This is the sole purpose of this video, to tell you, check out the fail-safe thermostats. I think you'll be glad you did. If you like to watch my instructional YouTube video on how to remove and replace your thermostat, click above on the right-hand corner and it'll take you there. You can upgrade your thermostat for less than 30 bucks. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was very informative. Please check out my other how-to videos. Oh, and check out my new website. There's new items being put in there every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye!